Okay. Hi everyone. How are you? So to review, we were talking about tuning into the highest energy you can feel, the highest frequency, to use the science terms. Just like a radio station, you can turn the dial. You can turn the dial of your brain and tune it into different frequencies, different stations. Some stations are really bad, some stations are really good. Which station is the best? And there's one saying in meditation, they say the more you talk about it, the further away from it you're getting. And there's truth to that. These meditations, they can be better done in silence. But what I want here is specifically to use speech to get you closer to your highest frequency. Now, I'm setting up these classes in a very democratic way, so whatever you think is your highest frequency, you can tune into that. It doesn't have to be what I think it is. It can be something that I think is terrible, and then over time it's going to become clear. It's become clear what's going on. I'll tell you a story. One of many scary stories I have for this kind of situation. I knew a real sincere woman, a real spiritual seeker, and she called me really excited about a new teacher she found, who was, just too incredible for words. And she really sold me on how incredible he was, and she had him call me, and sure enough, I mean, literally, when I talked to him, the room literally filled up with light. It was unmistakable. It's like this guy was on some kind of level. I'm tempted to say his name, but it's such a small scene here that I don't know if my lawyer's in place yet. So he's a big name on the New Age scene, or maybe he used to be. I don't know if he still is. I haven't checked out. So when he called me, and everything he said was just perfect. It just seemed so true and so right, and it was like very believable. And the energy, the life behind this guy was just incredible. So anyhow, this girl, she got closer to him, and she started telling me something was weird, very, very domineering. He wanted her to keep everything secret and private, and all sorts of sketchy business. Don't tell the other students X, Y, and Z. The usual kind of tremors of something scandalous going on. And then one day she called me, and I kid you not, she said I was looking in the mirror today, and something weird's going on. I looked at my eyes, and they were like snake eyes. They didn't look like my normal eyes. This is what she said to me. She said that she was looking in the mirror, and her eyes looked like the eyes of snakes. They didn't look like her eyes. I said, this doesn't sound good. It sounds like something not good is going on. So to make a long story short, it seemed pretty clear that he was having some kind of influence on her that was weird, to say the least. And I helped get her away from him. I think I thought of that story because just last night I was watching this documentary on demons. They were talking about some demon that makes your own eyes turn all yellow or something like that. Kind of reminded me of it. So where'd we start that story? we started that story because I was saying, if you think, you know, obviously I'm a religious Jew. I want everybody to tune into a frequency that's within Jewish law. And what most people don't know is that the Jewish law also has a segment for non-Jewish people. It's called the Sheva B'nai Noach, the 7 laws of Noach, as in Noah's Ark. And so obviously, as a religious Jew, I want Jews and non-Jews alike to be safe. And like that story I was telling you about, there's a whole lot in the world that you can tune into that's not safe. It seems great, but it's the opposite of great. Like that story about that weird teacher, and I literally have, like, you know, 100 stories like that maybe. People always seem to tell them to me because I'm somewhat of a muckraker for the New Age scene. I'm trying to clean it up. I'm like a New Age cop. Eventually, I think I'll be more something up that alley. Right now, it's more low key. So just because you can tune into something doesn't mean it's just because you can tune into something impressive doesn't mean it's the best thing for you to tune into. So the meditation I'm teaching is that you moment by moment tune into the highest energy you can. Highest is a misleading word, whatever, the best energy, because I also want everyone to be calm. The goal is to be as high energy and as calm as possible simultaneously. Simultaneously, the ultimate of yin, water, earth, calm, and the ultimate of yang, fire, heaven, energy. That's the goal. That's the goal. It's really the small goal, but small goals can lead to big goals. Yeah, I have every weird story like that you've ever heard, and more. Somehow I feel like it's just the most evil thing possible to lure people to something evil using their desire for something good. People want real leadership, they want real health, they want a happy life, and for anybody to lure somebody who's following their good desires into something weird is obviously it's a terrible thing. It's much more honest if somebody if somebody lures someone to do something bad. Of course, these terms good and bad are really not proper, because every bad desire is really a desire to do something good. For instance, I was going to cite the case. There's a case in this is parental supervision needed for this one. There was a case in New Hampshire, I think it was. I'm from Boston, so I keep up with the East Coast news a little bit. There was a case in New Hampshire of some woman that got strangled to death while she was playing a sex game with a martial arts teacher. Kind of gross, huh? So I was going to use that example as something, somebody, I was going to say it's more noble in a way. The murder was, don't take this the wrong way, I'm just brainstorming here with my point. You could say the murder was more noble in a way because the girl was doing something bad and she was doing weird kinky sex games with the weird dude. In other words, she knew she was playing with fire. You could make an argument for that. If her parents see this video by some strange twist of fate, I'm sorry what happened, and from the account she was a great person, so don't take it the wrong way. But anyhow, just for the point I was making, you could say that that's more noble, because she knew she was doing something bad, so she got a slap on the wrist from God. She got, you know, she played too hard or something and got killed with the bad boy. Whereas the first case, you could say it's even worse, because the teacher was pretending to be somebody really noble and holy. But then the point I was going to make about the second case is that even this girl's desire to do some kind of kinky sex game, at a deep level, it's something, you know, it's just a desire to connect. Albeit it's you know, people have all sorts of ways they want to connect, and that aren't so smooth or cool. But at the end of the day, it's really a desire to connect. You know, this is you can get in a lot of trouble for talking this way, because people want to make scapegoats and say this guy's bad and he's evil. It's very tempting. The video number 6, whatever, about Hamas, it's all about that kind of thing. Everyone wants to make everything black and white. These guys are good, these guys are bad. One side wants to say Israel's bad, the other side wants to say Hamas is bad. You know, it's I'm not as liberal as I'm pretending to be. I think radical Islam is way over the top. Like I said, I was pretty much practicing Islam for a year once, so I say that from some experience. But I say that from some experience. But also the whole Israel things, the Israel issue, the politics issue is oversimplified by most people, so don't believe the hype. Okay, so the meditation is to tune into whatever the highest frequency is that's truly healthy. Don't get fooled. Why do people do recreational drugs? It mimics the feeling of some high frequency state, you know, ecstasy. I've never done any of this stuff, but obviously people feel pretty good. And they're sort of transporting to a state that really would take a lot more preparation to be in for a normal person. And then with ecstasy, it just kills your central nervous system, I think it is. So it's like that with every shortcut. With every false shortcut, there's a downside, there's a punishment. And so this school is for people that want to do it right, skip the shortcuts that don't work, and earn everything fair and square, the honest American way. I went to Beersheba yesterday with the One Family Fund, with the Bellsberg family, and we did a free clinic for people that had been in bombings and terror victims. Very special event, and it made me really want to have a chance to help like the most needy of the needy for free. So tell me about them. Tell me about whoever is really that you know about, whoever is truly not getting help, that truly wants help, and that's it's a special thing to be involved in. You know, they say when we do this kind of tzedakah, it's really for us. It's not for them. It's like a chance for us to purify ourselves. And as you can see from my face, I need more purification. So let's let me know. Most people, they really don't really want to be helped. I mean, deep down they do, but they have the front door very padlocked. So I'm especially looking for who wants to be helped the most, that has the most problems to get helped. I saw this doctor the other night who runs this clinic, and he does it all by donation, and it was quite special seeing. You know, it's like a whole different story. They call it karma yoga in India. It's like the path of volunteer work. Okay, so we should all tune into the highest energy we can all the time. And naturally people say, what do you mean by that? The answer is, you know what I mean by that. But just so I'm not too mean, we could say feel the healthiest vibration. Is that too esoteric? Everything creation is vibrating. Stuff that's dead is vibrating less, and stuff that's like very healthy and alive is vibrating at a higher frequency. A real easy way to practice this meditation is using sound. When you breathe in, you can make a nice slow deep breath, and then when you breathe out, any kind of sound, thank you, words, tunes, words, tunes, stories. The sound is a vibration, so you can create your own vibration. You can live in your own healthy vibration. I was watching videos of Buju Banton speak. I just found out he got put in jail. It's really sad. I was quite a fan of his before, and just the way he speaks is so beautiful and musical. He's creating something beautiful to be in, but now he's in jail, so it's probably a little bit harder. But he had a really good attitude. He said that he has a will of steel, and he was going to get a master's degree in jail. Controversial guy. It's a long story, but the short version is you know, find whatever musician, whatever vocalist or poet or actor, whatever, whose voice most inspires you, and then just imitate it, play with it, have it play, and then talk out loud, and make your own healing vibrations with your voice. The goal of this whole school is to make everybody as truly independent as possible. The less you need, the freer you are. That's a quote from Nanayo Sakaki. He was a very special Japanese hippie poet that was close to Gary Snyder. People should read about him. It's like he's like an honorary faculty of the school. How do you say that? You know, NIFTR, deceased honorary faculty of the school. Okay, everyone. Good Shabbos, and please send any questions or comments. The harder the critique, the better.